Hey guys. Okay, so this is week number 2, diving into the oils in this awesome book. Last week I was doing Arbor Vitae, or however you want to say it. That's how I said it all week. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what I came to know about the oil and how I used it this past week. So I continually point out the rosacea issue that I've had for the last couple years on my cheek. So I started adding that into my face routine using the Virage facial cream. I do think it started to go down. Now I missed a couple days and then it kind of got worse. And then I started using it the other day again and it started to go down. So it's hard to say here. I am going to continue using it just because I think that it may have been helping. The only problem with it is that, okay, so Arbor Vitae has extremely strong tree, earth, sod smell to it, okay? So really, really strong. When you put that on you, that smell does not go away. Like a lot of the oils, it dissipates and within like a few minutes. I mean, I was going hours smelling like Arbor Vitae, which is pretty much just like sod of a tree, okay? Not that I minded it, but I almost felt like I had to apologize to people last week that I smelled so intense, because like that's almost how when I first started with oils, I kind of was like, ugh, oils. I've smelled people that smell like oils and it's repulsive. And I think people might have been wearing Arbor Vitae and patchouli together. I don't know, but it wasn't good that way, because I just felt a little uncomfortable. So I started putting on at nighttime, just with a little coconut oil the last 2 nights, so I wouldn't smell like it during the day. And that is obviously going over better. Anyways, that was the first experience. I've gotten into a routine in the mornings where I get the kids to school and I grab my tea and I put on some worship music and I grab my Bible and I'm kind of just trying to get into that. And just really helps me to start my day really well. And so I was using Arbor Vitae in my, listening to the music and closing my eyes and smelling it from the bottle and just kind of like having an aromatherapy experience from it. And I really felt like it helped me to open up more and just be more aware and alert in my conversations with God and prayer, and that it was more like unlike me, and I don't know, it just really felt good. And so I enjoyed that. Keeping the bottle, closer, like, sorry, I know this is I'm kind of low. Like, keeping the bottle like down and just kind of breathing it in as I'm having my eyes closed and doing those, having those moments. So that was helpful as well. And that's pretty much, I did not diffuse it. I felt like I was smelling it all day already. And so I kind of just left it at that. I do think I was in a much more peaceful mood last week. I feel like I felt really just like Rachel again, and it's been a while. And yeah, so overall, that's kind of how I was using it, those 2 ways, just because it was kind of overpowering. That's how I chose to use it, and I really think that I will stick with both those routines for now. Yeah, anyways, okay, on to basil. All right, so this little beauty, which is, again, I'm excited about doing this because basil is not something that I bring out. I've hardly used it. I've had it for 7-8 months. I know I've used it in a spaghetti sauce, and I put 2 drops in, which I probably only needed to put a toothpick inside and swirl it in the sauce, because the 2 drops was so intense in my sauce. I did double my batch of sauce and it was still like, oh wow, basil. It was kind of crazy. But it is so, oh, it's nice. It's so fresh and earthy and grounding, and it just feels like how you feel when you step outside in the morning on a beautiful summer day and it's still not too hot and the wind is blowing and you feel like that, like, oh, this is nice. That's how that smells, okay? Yeah, I really actually like that. And maybe it's something I need right now too. So I was looking into my book and finding out how I'm going to use this and what it's good for. So let's start with a few things that kind of kept coming up. Again, I'm reading this stuff so that I get it right, okay? So mental alertness, which I can totally see why that is going to help you focus. It's that whole renewing and fresh and refresh kind of feeling you get when you smell it. It's good for anxious feelings, which I get that too, because just smelling it, like I brought it out about 10 minutes before I started doing the video, and was kind of smelling it and kind of getting, I just kind of feel like, oh, that, like, I don't know, like that, where your shoulders lower and you feel more peaceful. That's how I was starting to feel after 10 minutes of smelling this. It's also really good for adrenal fatigue. And I'm not 100% like adrenals glands, I guess, help with not help with, they can cause feelings of like stress and anxiety and overwhelm. And so using the bottoms, putting the oil on the bottom of your feet apparently helps for that, because I'm going to do that, because not that I feel like overly stressed or anxious about stuff, but I feel like I have a lot to do right now and a lot to get done, and I just always feel that feeling where you just have to have that exhale, and I always think that when I have to have that going on, I'm somewhat stressed somewhere. So I'm going to try that on the bottom of my feet at nighttime and see how that works. It's supposed to be really good for PMS and managing your cramps. So applying that over your abdomen during that time of month. It also can help stimulate flow. So if you are a late arriver for your periods and you don't tend to be on time, apparently if you use this and you're continuous about that after a few months that can help you regulate a little bit better. So yeah, TMI, but whatever. Bug bites, it's supposed to be good on there and to kind of relieve skin after being in the sun. So having that go over topically using some fractionated coconut oil would be a great idea. Obviously cooking, I think that a dressing would be really good with using lime and the basil, and using like making a vinaigrette for like an arugula salad. I feel like that would be so refreshing. Add in a little bit of maple syrup or honey or something to sweeten it. I don't know. I'm gonna try it this week. So, and then a combination for stress and tension that you're carrying on your shoulders and in your neck. Apparently wintergreen mixed with basil is a really good combination. So I'm gonna just like throw my hair up here. So sorry, it's not gonna be pretty. Just to do that really quickly. And I'm going to do that because I feel a little tense for I don't know what reason. So I'm gonna put the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil into my hand, dime size amount. And I've never actually used wintergreen on my body before. Like I give it out all the time. I'm just gonna do 1 drop because I know it's gonna be intense. And I'm gonna do 1 drop of basil. Oh, that was 2. Okay, so I'm rubbing it around and then I'm going to just apply it to the back of my neck and my shoulder area and see how that feels. Okay, this could be interesting. I have sensitive skin too. And I think that's why I've always kind of shied away from the wintergreen, just because I feel like it's gonna add that really tingly. Okay, it's all over me now, so I'm not gonna go wash my hands. Okay, we'll see in a minute how that goes, okay? Diffuser blend for basil. It blends really well with bergamot, lime, lycia, and peppermint. So I'm gonna try something like a diffuser blend with that. I feel like if I did it with like bergamot and lime and the basil, it's gonna be like super fresh and that. So I'm gonna put that on shortly. And emotionally, it's just supposed to help with those feelings of overwhelm and stress, burnout, those feelings of just being energetically and emotionally like drained. And so I think that's like everybody. I think everybody feels like they just have so much going on all the time. And a lot of people just like, especially by Friday, you're just done. But you want to enjoy your weekend too. So let's get our basil out, people, and try that and see if we can just renew those feelings and start feeling really great. And earaches. So I've always done melaleuca and lavender and some peppermint when I have an earache, which I have actually had the last few days. And you rub it around your ear like this. I still have some, that's probably not what I should be putting on. And then down the glands there, okay? So you're gonna wipe down and then and then just kind of the inside of the ear and behind and wipe down. And actually every time I have ear aches and I use that combo, not the Basil one, the other one, it always works. By the end of the day, the pain is gone. I have never had to go get a checkup for an ear ache for the last 3 or 4 years. But basil apparently is supposed to be really good for that too. So I might swap out the pepper. I think I'd do peppermint. I have a list of my stuff elsewhere, but I will mix that in. So melaleuca or tea tree, lavender and basil around the ears, behind it and down, and always wipe down when you're done. And yeah, so those are the things I've learned. I'm going to now apply them this week and still keep up with my arbor vitae and see how it goes. Like I feel like by like June, I'm gonna be like this incredible human. I don't know, like I'm gonna be so delightful to be around all the time. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Grab your basil, try it too, or order it up this week. And I do recommend the arbor vitae. The feelings I like was almost able to let go and release, I'm sure was that because I'm trying not to use a lot of other oils while I'm doing this stuff, okay? So if you're just feeling overwhelmed, then, and I just want that peaceful peeling back, try the arbor vitae as well, okay? Have a great week, guys. We'll see you next week, okay? Bye.